Imagine doing a job for years and then dedicating the rest of your career to proving it doesn't work. Craig Lazzara was an active fund manager, picking stocks, managing portfolios, trying to beat the market. He then joined S&P Dow Jones Indices, where he became the driving force behind SPIVA, the scorecard that's done more than almost anything else to show that most active managers fail. Now retired, Craig can speak more candidly than ever about what he saw from the inside. So what made him cross to the other side?
For anyone who enters the active management business, unless one's results are immediately and consistently as good as the marketing hype would lead one to hope, if you're at all thoughtful, you're going to begin to wonder what actually is going on. But I can identify an article that I read that was extremely influential in my uh, development or my thinking about these issues.
The article was written by an active manager called Hal Arbit, and it was titled The Nature of the Game. Arbit made a simple but devastating observation. In most professions, law, medicine, accounting, for example, being average is perfectly fine. An average lawyer, say, can still draw up your will. But investment management is different.
What Arbit's insight was, or his comment was that in investment management, the average is available for free. You can get the average return simply by buying a comprehensive index fund. And so therefore, an active investment manager, being an active investment manager, average isn't good enough. You have to be above average and consistently above average to be a source of value added for your clients.
It's a simple idea with important implications. If you can get the market return for next to nothing through an index fund, then an active manager has to beat that return consistently just to justify their fees. And most of them can't. But that's not because they're bad people or unintelligent.
For the most part, the people on the inside are trying to do a good job. They're not corrupt. They're not dishonest. They're hardworking. They try very hard to do their best. The problem is that, as Arbit pointed out all those years ago, not everybody can be above average.
So if most active managers are hardworking and talented, but the odds are stacked against them, how does the industry keep going? For Craig, it largely boils down to one thing.
You might think that the most essential skill in running an investment management firm is to be able to pick stocks that outperform. That isn't the most essential skill. The most essential skill is being able to convince people that you can pick stocks that outperform. Now, clearly, if you can really do it, the job of convincing is easier. But the actual monetization of the investment management business, where you make your money, is by convincing people that you're good. And a lot of effort gets spent throughout the industry on convincing potential customers that I, as an investment manager, really can add value by my active stock selection or market timing decisions or sector rotation or whatever it is I purport to do.
In other words, fund management companies devote large amounts of time, energy and money to PR, marketing and advertising, and many of them are very good at it. So next time you're presented with a fund manager's impressive track record or a glossy brochure, ask yourself, is this evidence or is this salesmanship?